How's it going, everyone? Famine52 back again, and today we're continuing on Final Fantasy 13. Let's get going. How's it going, everyone? In the last episode, we got the growth egg, which is a accessory that gives us 2 times the Christogen points, as well as I went over 5 different locations that you can farm for CP. With the one that I decided to do was here with this Cactuar and our behemoth friends down here. That being said, I was able to get all of my primary roles maxed out, as well as I maxed out one secondary role for everyone, and I am working on the second one. Honestly, by the end of this episode, we are going to be quite a fair bit further, because we are going to be taking on the next, I believe, 4 Cie'th Stone missions. And the first Cie'th Stone mission is going to be back in Maharaba, and the fastest way to get there for us is going to be through this entrance down here next to the big boys. So let's go ahead and head on in here. Alright, now that we are in the Maw of the Abyss, where we are going to be going is going to be this Cie'th Stone right here, which is down the first little side path once we get in here. So let's go ahead and head down there. At this point, nothing in this cave is going to give us any sort of problem. So just go ahead and make your way onto it, and we'll be right there. Alright, now if this is going to be your first time down this path, you will get ambushed by a Juggernaut right here. But because we've already been down here, that Juggernaut is taken care of. And we have access to the Cie'th Stone right here. And if we go ahead and access this, this is going to be mission 29, Faltering Faith. The mark is another Juggernaut, and it's going to be in the Palisades. And the Cloven Spire of Tajin's Tower forms the bridge between the Arclight Steep and the outlying lands. Yet a rampaging Juggernaut now bars all passage, and I have been charged with its disposal. Why do the Fal'Cie value that place so? Why do they protect it, and yet stand idly by when our village is threatened? I sense the place must guard some secret of theirs. So that is going to be in the Palisades. So we are going to be making our way back to the steep or step. I honestly don't quite know how to pronounce that. And then we are going to use the Cie'th Stone right at the very beginning to teleport to the Palisades. So I will see you guys there. Alright, so here we are in the Palisades, and as you can see, there is our mark over there. Now, with any luck, we can get over there without incurring the wrath of the wolves, but of course, I have no luck. Alright, so there is our mark up ahead of us right there. I don't think that we're going to get lucky and have this guy turn around. So let's go ahead and just... Wait, he is moving. Maybe we can get lucky. If we're not able to get him to turn around, we are going to just go ahead and go in and start the battle. Start off with Saboteur. Just get some debuffs on him. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's turning around. You know, for a rampaging monster, he doesn't seem to be moving much. Now, this guy will steam clean off any sort of debuffs that we get on him, but that will just be, honestly, some free moments for us to get our own buffs on. Let's just go into rapid growth right now.
Don't back down.
We're going to go ahead and buff ourselves up. There it goes with the steam clean. And once he finishes this steam clean, we are going to debuff him again, and then actually start fighting.
Here we go.
Alright, so back to infiltration. And see all those buffs that we got on our party? That's why we have rapid growth. Alright, now let's go into Relentless Assault. Because with any luck at this point, we should actually be able to get this guy staggered before he finishes deeply. If not, it should be close and it shouldn't really matter anyway. So we weren't actually able to get the stagger off. But there is a stagger right there, so let's go ahead and go into aggression. And at this point, we are just going to keep this guy juggled, and it's not going to matter that he's not debuffed. And there he goes. That mission with the growth egg gets us 7,800 CP. And for the mission complete screen, we get a nugget of uranite. Alright, and then for mission number 30, we are going to be going back to the Arcalite Steep, up past where the Ocho are. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport there and meet you where we need to go. Alright, so here we are up in the Ocho area. That is the Ocho right there that I'm referring to. But if we continue on back this way and head on to the back of the path, we are going to encounter the red wall that I believe we encountered when I first ran around this area. I forget if I edited that out or not. But there is a Cie'th Stone right in front of that red wall. That is going to be our mission number 30. Should be coming up here any second. There it is. And we can examine the Cie'th Stone. And Syphax the Insidious. The undying fearsome Cie'th who defy fal'Cie will, driven by an intense loathing of all that live. Syphax the Insidious is one of their number, a number I am tasked with bringing low. My mark dwells in the abandoned dig Cie'th lair deep within the bowels of Maharaba. He's a treacherous foe, to be sure, but one I must overcome if I am to see my crystallized beloved again. So the area that it is talking about is actually the door in Mahabara that I was surprised wouldn't open. It opens when we finish this mission. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way there, and I will bring you guys back when we arrive. Actually, you know what? Before we do, we have a foe right here in that same episode I was mentioning earlier. Kind of mopped the floor with me. So I am going to go ahead and get my revenge on him right now and open up that treasure sphere behind him. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Let's go ahead and use a Libra scope just to get information on everyone here. The micro chews are nothing too special, and the Ocho has 892,500 HP, and honestly, other than that, nothing too interesting. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get it debuffed. We do want to take out the Ocho first, because if we don't, he'll actually heal his little buddies, as well as like summon more should we actually defeat any of his little buddies. And judging by his stagger point, yeah, he has a stagger point of 888. We must have gotten that instant chain on him, which caused him to melt so fast. One of the reasons why I love that instant stagger. Now, other than that, we just have the little guys to take care of. All of them are debuffed in various levels. And now we just have one more remaining. And there he goes. For that fight, we get 26,600 CP. And we are also able to open up the treasure sphere behind the guy, which contains a platinum bangle. Alright. Good to know, good to have. So yeah, now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and teleport to the Twilight Springs and make my way down to the end of that secret path in Mahabara. I'll see you there. Alright, so here we are in front of our mark, and you can see one of his minions right there in front of us. Just to show on the map, this is where we are in the abandoned dig site. It is going to be down down the little jump down side path from where Atmos takes you. So the best option is going to be to teleport to this Cie'th Stone here, which is in the Twilight Caverns, and just run across, jump down, and then make your way down here. Now for this fight, I would recommend having aggression as your set paradigm, just because we are going to have a lot of the bat guys to take care of first. I would also recommend having a saboteur-based paradigm, as well as a healing-based paradigm. Now, I have salvation because I have trained Fang as a medic, but you could do entourage, you could do combat clinic, whatever your healing paradigm of choice is. But let's go ahead and hop down in and get this battle started. Alright, so the battle starts and we have a bunch of these guys that we need to kill before our mark ever actually even gets here. Which is why we are starting in aggression. Just to get multiple big area attacks off.
Stay down.
And once we kill enough of these guys, our actual mark will end up here. There is our actual mark. That guy right there, we of course know nothing about him, so we are going to Libre him. And we're going to see that he has 2,024,000 HP, a stagger point of 200, and he is weak to wind, but no other elements, and he has a couple of debuff immunities. But let's go ahead and take out the small guys before we actually start focusing on them. And now that they are gone, we are going to go ahead and go into infiltration.
Stay down.
He does summon new of the smaller back guys, so be aware of that. I did forget. But we are going to go ahead and do our best to get debuffs on him. Looks like that's going to be it, so let's go into aggression and take care of everyone. I'm going to go into entourage real quick. Just allow Vanille to heal us up. And now that we have him staggered, let's go into aggression again. And then a round of Relentless Assault. Let's go ahead and get him up to arbitrary 700% before going back into aggression and taking care of him. That'll work right there.
Time for another approach.
And then now he should just melt. There he goes. And for that fight, we got 60,000 CP because of the growth egg. You will normally only get 30,000. And we also get the mission complete, which is going to be a nugget of uranite, as well as the rank of Heart Striker. And now this allows us to be in this room back here that does have two different treasure spheres in it. This one contains 2 particle accelerators, and then the other one contains 4 perfect conductors, so very nice. And now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and make my way out of this area and back to where that red gate was, because mission 31 is going to be behind the gate. So I will see you guys there. Alright, so we are back at Cie'th Stone mission 30, and as you can see, the gate is gone. So if we proceed, we'll get a little bit of a cutscene.
Gotta take care of this. Not again.
Take care of what? Anyway, now that we're in here, you will see that there are 3 Cie'th Stones in here. The one that we are going to be going for is going to be this one in the upper corner right here. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. So the Cie'th Stone that we are going for, it is going to be a teleportation Cie'th Stone. And it is guarded by a couple of Cie'th. So let's go ahead and fight these guys. See, the fly guys are new, but honestly, nothing we haven't handled before. And is the big guy new? No, the big guy's just a Strigoi. Come on, go down. There we go, we got him staggered, so this next run should get him down. And now we are working on the Strigoi. And this guy shouldn't be alive for too much longer. There's the stagger, and this round should kill him. There he goes.
Yes!
Alright, now with them out of the way, let's go ahead and examine this Cie'th Stone. And this is going to be mission 31, Newfound Purpose. We're going to be fighting a Pulsework champion here in the Pariah Archipelago or whatever. It doesn't much matter if it's destroying a Pulsework champion in the Archipelago, or I know it's not Archipelago, by the way. It's like Archaeopolis or something like that. But I'm not going to pronounce it right either way, so I'm going to say a word that is easier for my tongue to say. Or picking flowers in the yard. If it's my focus, I'm going to do it. Life was boring before with nothing to live for, but now I'm a lessee. I have a focus, and life is beautiful. The clouds have parted, and there are rainbows. Cie'th or crystal, it's all the same to me, so long as I can put myself to the test. Challenging my own limits and win. So this guy is going to be right here for us. And as we make our way over there, there are going to be a few treasure spheres that I want to grab. By the way, we have some goblins right there. They're not actually guarding anything. But if we come up around here and head into this building, we're going to have some Seekers and another Strigoi who are guarding stuff. As a matter of fact, they are guarding this treasure sphere, which contains a witch's bracelet, which I think is a debuff thing. Oh, no, it just resists magic by 15%. And we're going to have another treasure sphere right next to where this thing is guarding. So we are going to need to fight him. Which we all know how well they're able to attack you. Alright, and with him down, we got access to this treasure sphere right here, which contains 9 fractured horns. Then we have some Seekers over here. And then up here around this corner, we are going to have our Mark. He is guarded by some Seekers, so hopefully we'll be able to get a preemptive. Doesn't look like we were able to, though. So let's go ahead and take out the Seekers real quick. Ow. And then now we got the Pulse War Champion, who, as you can see, is immune to a whole bunch of elements and stuff like that. So let's go into Infiltration real quick. See if we can't get any debuffs on him. Honestly, see if we can't get him stacked. There we go. So now let's go into Relentless Assault, because now that he is staggered, he doesn't look so bad. As a matter of fact, he's not that bad. He's already down.
Yes!
Before that fight, we get 9,500 CP, and as well as the mission complete, which is going to be 3 perfect conductors. And if we make our way around to the other side here, we have this fight with a bunch of Strigoi, which I'm going to do right now. But the real reason why we came around here is because down here, there is going to be a Cactuar, which we're going to fight. And after that fight, we're able to jump down here to this treasure sphere, which contains a collector catalog. Very nice, very nice. And that is, I believe, all of the treasure spheres in this area. So let's go ahead and make our way to the next Cie'th Stone, which is going to be the one that is down in here, guarded by a bunch of goblins. And if you come at this at these goblins from up here, you actually get a really high chance of getting a preemptive strike. And then we got the Cie'th Stone right here. This is mission number 33, which, did we skip 32? We did skip 32. Oh, I know where this one is. Duh. So we're gonna go back to this teleport crystal over here. And we are going to teleport to the base camp. And then now that we're at the base camp, we're going to go ahead and make our way over here. This is back towards the steep, by the way. And around this corner, we should have our Cie'th Stone. Yes, we do. So this is going to be mission 32, and then there was one. We're going to be fighting an Imam. This is going to be on the western bench Benchland. Fate is not without a sense of irony, it seems. I am commanded to hunt the Amon that stalks a pond in the steeps of western Benchland. Just as the rest of my family were once charged to their doom. They are Cie'th now, and I alone am left to put an end to the abominations of bloody rain. I am coming for you, creature. I will have my revenge. So then this thing is going to be in the Arcalite Steep. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself a chocobo, and I will meet you where the mission is. All right, so just out from where our Custarian Point farm is, there is a lake that has our mark right in front of it. In fact, our mark is right there, and so we're going to go ahead and dismount. And we are going to do our best to get a preemptive strike on this guy. Not that it's necessarily required, but he is far enough away from the water that we should be able to if we just hug the water. And now we should be able to move in on him and get that preemptive. And there's that stagger. And honestly, this guy's done. If I could... Yeah, so he has a total of 446,250 HP. And he absorbs lightning. That's just about all the information that we're going to get from him. But we did get 13,000 CP for that. And for our mission complete, we got a glass buckle. And now that that's done, I'm going to go back up to the archipelago for mission number 32. But because we know that we have a teleport crystal up there, I'm going to teleport. Alright, so we are now back at the Cie'th Stone, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Mission 33, A Parent's Pledge. Our mark is an adamant child. It is going to be in the Eastern Tors. I have been charged with putting down a stray adamant child that wanders the steeps Eastern Tors, no doubt seeking its lost parents. What kind of monster could perform such a deed? Not a day goes by I don't recall the pain of losing my own child to a rampaging beast. Would I now subject other parents to the fate? No, I forsake my focus. The cycle of suffering ends here. I mean, you could say that the cycle of suffering ends with you, but it just means that now I have to do your mission. Yeah, whatever. So our mark is going to be right here, kind of in the middle of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport to this Cie'th Stone crystal, and then grab a chocobo and make my way over there. Alright, so there is our mark right in front of us. Now, something to note about the Adamant Child, and honestly all of the Adamantoise type enemies, you are unable to get any preemptive strikes on these guys. So, don't waste your time, don't try. But you do want to have healing paradigms while we are doing this. I am going to go ahead and Libra this one. Just to see that he doesn't really have anything other than an ice weakness. He is not immune to any status ailments or anything of the like, but he does have 956,250 HP. So let's go ahead and go into infiltration. Get some debuffs on him. It is also worth noting that if you are not as progressed in your Crystarium as I am, those stomps can definitely be very deadly. Why did I go into this? Let's go ahead and get fire on lightning. And then now let's go into aggression.
Be ready
And
for
there
the
he
next
goes.
fight.
That mark gives us 9,100 CP. And then for the mission complete, we get a white cape and the rank of Adamant Knight. And now it is worth noting that although this one in front of us looks to be of a similar enemy, don't try to fight that one. Same with that one actually looks like it's an admin child. But same with the one that is over there. Unless you are actually fighting the admin childs, you are not going to have a good time unless you are really lucky with Vanille's death spell and the same sort of stuff that we did on the Neo Chew. But the reason why I came over here is because we should be able to kill this one and get the treasure that he's guarding. So let's go ahead and infiltration again. And I believe that the admin child, much like its parents, has a 1% drop rate of the... Oh, hey, we were able to get that guy staggered super fast. But a 1% drop rate of the, I was about to say dodecahedron. That's not right. The tetrahedron. So it is possible at this point, I believe, to get that to drop, though it is just a 1% drop, so the chances of you getting it is incredibly minimal. We will be farming that a little bit later, so don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and see what this guy was guarding. He was guarding a gold nugget. And we have a cactuar back there. I'm not going to worry about that guy at the present. But there was one more. Yeah, there's one more up here that this one is also guarding a treasure. And if I am correct, we should be able to take this guy out as well. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put infiltration as my active. Oh, good to know that they do also drop Scarletite if you happen to need those. But we are going to be farming those a little bit later as well. And then this right here is another gold nugget. Good to know. Alright. Now at this point, we have another Cie'th Stone mission for us to take on. It is going to be, or at least I believe it should be, that one right up there. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport and go take a look at that one. Alright, so making our way up here, there is a red gate with a Cie'th Stone mission. This one should be 34, which in fact it is. And it is called Zenobia the Butcher. The mark is Zenobia, and it is here in the archipelago. It is a Class B mission, and the undying fearsome Cie'th who defy fallacy will, driven by an intense loathing for all that lives. Zenobia the Butcher is one of their number, and I of her line. But I go now to stay her blade, as my father and his father before him once attempted. The Butcher's Den is in the old archipelago, at the northern edge of the steep. There, at the scene of her foulest atrocities, I will expunge her taint and restore my family's honor. Unfortunately, bud, I think you failed, but that is all right. We got you. So let's go ahead and jump on down here. And then make our way to the corner right here. Alright, so what we have here is a Tonberry. To my recollection, this is the only Tonberry that is in Final Fantasy 13. Let's go ahead and Libra him to see, other than having 742,500 HP, a stagger resistance of 66, and a stagger point of 666, he's not too scary. That being said, he is still a Tonberry, so I would definitely be on my guard when fighting him. When he attacks you, he does get rid of any sort of buffs that you might have on yourself, so it might be a good idea to buff yourself up with whatever synergists you have. Get a couple of buffs on yourself. And at this point, I'm going to go into Relentless Assault and just kind of work him down. And there he goes.
Worth the effort.
For that fight, we get 15,000 CP and a mission complete bonus of Hermes sandals. So those are some more sprint shoes should you want them. We also got the rank of Curse Lifter right there. And now that is all of the Cie'th Stone missions that we are going to be doing in this episode. That being said, if you want to, you could make your way down that way. You will be encountering the Titan trials, which I'm going to be waiting for the post game to do. But even outside of that, if you want to like redo this mission, it honestly doesn't take that long to do. And once you kill the Tonberry, now that we have completed the mission, the guaranteed drop is, I believe it's 7 bomb cores. So if for whatever reason you wanted to have a number of bomb cores on you, this will be a great way to build them back up, and you get a fair amount of CP as well. Alright, so just took him down a second time, got another 15,000 CP. Got a Chocobo plume that time. And then for the mission complete at this point, yeah, we get 7 bomb cores. So if for whatever reason you wanted to farm bomb cores from this guy, you definitely can. You get a nice chunk of CP for doing it. But yeah, that is up to you, and if you want to do that. However, that is going to be the end of this episode, everyone. In the next episode, we are going to be starting Chapter 12, finally. So until then, before I go, just with everything that we have done today with the growth egg, I have gotten an additional 402,680 CP. So that growth egg, it definitely helps you max out your Crystarium very quickly. So I would recommend grabbing it. You of course don't need to, but I am going to have it on my party for the foreseeable future. And I'm honestly probably going, or I'm definitely going to be maxed out on all of my rolls, as well as maxed out on Crystarium points by the time we get to stage 10. But yeah, other than that, this is Famine52 signing out. And until next time, when we start Chapter 12, peace out.